Alright then, let's get started. It's only a bit early today because I got some things that I need to do later tonight. Nothing incredibly important or too pressing matters to be fair, but basically I need to do some baking. And dough ready for tomorrow to get some bread done. But anyway, we still have pretty high population, so that's good. I think we are now just about, yeah, we are importing the crops now. That seems to be the case. Yep. And it's going to be a bit expensive, but that's alright. Now, today we'll hopefully get the plastics factory, or the plastics production in general going, but we will need some more components here first for that to actually happen. Now, luckily the components, or mechanical components, are the lesser of the two evils, but still bloody expensive. Right, let me actually open the minimap there. Now let's jump over here. So there's still going to be a lot of work over here. Oh, the sports hall is going to be completed, well, eventually. They don't have a crane over there, which is certainly hindering them a little bit. I wonder would there be anything over here that we could perhaps switch over. Because I know that there is a crane there. How many mixers does this place have? 2. I'm guessing this one has 1. Yeah, that one has 1. I think 3 mixers over here is still probably a good idea, but yeah, hopefully we can get some population in here today, just so that we can get the steel mill area working all around the year with a good speed. I mean, they are working there, just not very quickly. And we have gotten the gas station over here, but we don't have the capacity in the distribution office to... Well, we technically do have this one. So we could perhaps get a fuel truck bringing in fuel from there, but at the same time I don't think it's really that necessary quite yet. We can afford paying a little bit extra there for the delivery costs. Because the vehicles still don't use a massive amounts of fuel. I mean, they will maybe use, I don't know, 10,000 rubles worth of fuel or something like that throughout the year. Because there's not that many vehicles in there anyway. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And these fuel trucks are actually rather busy. Now, I was looking at earlier, or before I started, that we have we produced about 350 tons of steel last year. There was a bit of a dip closer to the end, probably because of the roads were not cleared and all that sort of stuff. And we start working on this place here, so we'll be able to keep the roads down here a little bit cleaner, hopefully. Including over here, not necessarily that much required during winter here, because technically speaking there shouldn't be really that much movement in there during winter. Now the question is, okay, so this is down to 650 tons. Will they keep on taking the crops from here, or will they switch to the bigger one? Oh man, it's still rather valuable cargo at 600 tons. I mean, oh man, this is almost 300,000 rubles now. Oh boy. That is a bit expensive. Right, so let's keep an eye on this one. Because it could well be that they switch to the other one, because it's in the primary position, so to speak. Oh no, they seem to be still taking from this one. At least a little bit. We should wait for another vehicle. No, the Almond took from the other. Okay. But they might be smooching on this one. Okay. Oh yeah, they are. Okay, but it is still giving like a bit of a buffer that basically this will keep full or stay full. I mean, it will take some time before it's going to be filled over here again. The one thing that I was thinking about, not seriously, but I could potentially make a tunnel from somewhere around here to like somewhere over there. Would be bloody expensive again, which I don't think is actually a good idea to do. It wouldn't save all that much. I mean, it would help to go around or avoid the city over here, Pravda, but other than that, it's not really that much useful. So if I remember correctly, last time we were thinking about getting the car sales shop or whatever it is over here, and then have a bit of a storage for the vehicles in here. And that would technically work. But we're not going to do that right now because we're not even producing vehicles here. Now, how we got the bitumen? I know that we are very... Actually, we do. Okay, then which one's the bitumen ship? That's the fuel ship, so it must be this one. So that way we can get a bit of extra income. Now, we did get the mechanical components, and they've been used a fair bit already. Now, do they have... They need more steel here, and they don't actually need the components quite yet. They have started working on the chemical plant here. And I'm guessing the pipelines are... Well, they need a lot of steel. And this one's technically already working, but you can't pump out the oil yet. They do have the components there, it's just a matter of steel. As per usual. Right, so they actually have a bit of extra room for food here. Now we are importing crops there directly right now. I mean, we technically do import a little bit here, but it's just one of the river cargo boats, and they're not very quick and not very high capacity either. That does kind of complicate things. Well, not really complicate, but it does invoke a bit extra cost. Can't really keep up with the consumption there. Right, so this one should be done soon enough. I'm just wondering, what would there be here that we could perhaps switch over? Maybe we'll switch one of these over there, and then we're going to send this one in here instead. Because we got more dumpers over here than what we currently need, and especially since the offices around here will be doing most of the work from now on, at least on this side, we don't need as many. We'll need quite a few, but... Oh, and the school actually has all the resources as well. What about the... Okay, the platform needs a lot more steel. And have they... Okay, so that's the small clinic. That's the northern clinic, so to speak. Or northwestern. Then we got the southeastern one over here, which they haven't actually started working on yet. They're working on the road there. Are they... Oh, oh! Okay, 7.8 tons of steel required here. Then they can start... Or we can start bringing in people in here. We haven't gotten the department store quite yet. That's also missing some steel. I think once we have that one, and the buildings that are basically going to be completed soon enough. Meaning the school... We got the kindergarten already. We will need the sports hall. Oh, and we may need the aggregate storage as well. Now that I think of it. And for this one they need... Okay, well, we got the 2 dumpers there. Where's the... There's a paver there. It just doesn't want to go there for some reason. Maybe it doesn't realize that I can get there. While the vehicles do. Okay, well, we'll just use a little bit of cash to get that one done. Wait, maybe that office was not assigned to it. That could be it. Yeah, it's only assigning one of them. Okay, well. Use a bit of cash there that we could have gone without. But yeah, we do have the heating plant over here. We just don't have the coal yet, and bringing it directly into the plant is a bit inefficient. Especially with that one, it's going to be a bit shorter trip there anyway. Plus the unloading is going to be so much faster. Right, about a month away from farming season again. And this time we should be utilizing all the farms in Western Albervostok here, especially the big one. That's gonna be a decent bit of extra there. So the farms over here should be mostly fine. I mean, we have 700 tons of crops there, 150 over there. I mean, it's going to take a long while before we actually get to use all of that. How is the ship doing here now? That's down to 1,300 tons, not 13,000 tons. That would be quite a bit. And this is still at 600-ish. We got a decent bit of crops on all of these, so basically we're not using or importing crops directly in most of these places. It's mostly the... well, actually, it's only the fruit factory here, or maybe down here. Yeah, we are importing a little bit around here by the looks of it. Or are they still doing the unload? Not necessarily. Okay, yeah, they are probably importing. Yep, they are importing stuff. Okay, so maybe I should, instead of having that in there, because we don't really need it there. That would be the Eastern Vostok Acre Farm 1. There we go. So now they won't be going out taking crops from here and unloading it there, which I think they have done before. There's actually quite a bit of traffic on this road. It's a good thing that we are making this, but it's going to take a lot of resources. I mean, yeah, the 10% might also work. Although it could be... oh no. It does actually take a little bit of the crops from there every now and then, or is this? Wait a minute. No, it is still doing the same thing. But that truck may have been going before I removed that connection. Right, anyway. Oh, now I realize why we had that there. Can I set that same place for both loading and unloading the grain storage here? We actually have that. Okay, never mind then. That should work. Now, do we have enough crops here? We got 50 tons of crops. That should be plenty for the time being. We still need the steel for this base of the building. Over here, we also need steel. Right, have we brought in any steel here? I doubt that. But we may have brought a... oh, actually, we got a quarter ton. But not a lot, in all fairness. I'm just started to think here, would it be possible to get connection from there directly, like with a couple engines to rotate it a little bit essentially and get it down here or over there essentially, and then connect there directly, so we wouldn't need a truck bringing. But well, actually we've got 2 trucks over here, but at the same time they're doing a decent job in there, so I don't really need to do anything about that, if I'm all honest. Just spitballing some ideas here. Ooh. Right, we sold the bitumen, so we got a lot of money out of that, and I believe our coal production is still kind of keeping up. Well, actually, it's not doing all that strong right now. Because there's no workers at the processing plant. There's no workers over there, so is there a bus at least incoming? Oh yeah, there is, but it needs to go all the way around there. because it seems that to be the faster route. Oh, I had barely anyone in there. Okay then. But we may have a bit of a problem with coal again. At the same time, the winter is about to end. So a lot of the problems will be gone. Down to 800 tons of crops on that ship. How many... Oh, we only have 500 adults living with their parents here in Sakrat now. And what about Pravdov? Okay, 650. So we still got over 1,000 people that we can move in here. Of course, in Sakrat... no, not Sakrat. Pravdov, there's still room for building more housing. Right, so we got the sports hall completed. We did get the school completed as well. How's the house doing? Needs more steel. I'm guessing we are not really producing the steel right now, are we? No, not really. Now, we have started working a little bit on the technical services here. As soon as we get that one, we can then keep the roads clear all the way there, I hope. And that will certainly help getting the people in. Or we have at least a chance of keeping them clear. I can't really guarantee it, of course. Okay, we are about to... We're almost hitting 3 million here, but we will be importing another 300,000 rubles worth of crops soon, so... could be better. Could be better. Oh! Right, we may need concrete over here. At the cement silo. I mean, we will need more steel later on, but... At the same time, that's not necessarily all that much required, since we can't really make the cement yet. Not that it's a massive issue right now, anyway. Right now, I think we need to get the plastics going. Or at least have that available, then we can do the mechanical components once we get the housing area completed, or the new housing area completed, so that steel mill can pump out steel regularly. Right, so they bring a lot of workers here, but they don't have the steel. How much would it cost to... Ooh, 171,000. I don't like the price of that. And the cargo station here... Okay, so pretty much all of these are now waiting for steel. Which surprises no one. Have we got on... We're running a bit low on chemicals, actually. The chemical... It is still working. But that's not really the problem. It's just we're probably using the chemicals quite a bit in the clothing factory. Which, in all fairness, is not necessarily a bad idea. I mean, we have made quite a bit of money last year from selling the fabrics. 1.3 million and another 1.5 million from clothing, so... we have been using a fair bit of chemicals, I reckon. Oh hey, 3 million. I honestly don't know when we'll be... Oh, right, I wanted to upgrade this bit of road here. Now the vehicles will be taking that road instead. Which at least technically might make the trip a little bit shorter. To some places, not for everything. I mean, once we upgraded that road, and it shouldn't really take all that long. Yep, snow is gone indeed. Huzzah! In a week until the farming season. Oh right, yeah, we planted a ton of trees here again. How much? Just out of curiosity, the amount of wood in the forest, 10,000 tons. Well, trees are ready to transport 600 tons. Pretty decent. It's not going to run out anytime soon. Oh right, yeah, we got the passenger ship over here, and we'll probably assign it as soon as we get the industrial area over here, which honestly we should probably start planning a little bit. But see, here's the thing, we probably need to get the harbor in first. Put it in a very central location so that we can have then food pack connections or whatever we need to have there to connect to various places, or all the workplaces in there. I mean, if need be, we can set up another harbor for more of the industries, but we could technically, if we have all the production capabilities down here, we could either have a massive amount of forklifts or some distribution offices to taking care of taking the stuff to warehouses over here. Of course, on this side we'll have the oil pumps, but we could technically have another refinery somewhere around here. So let's actually start designing some of the things that we are going to need. So, engineering. Actually, no, there's not engineering, it should be various industry then. Mechanical components factory, for example, if we start with that. Let's say we place you right about there, maybe? Yeah, we place you there, then we're gonna have to set up a storage for the steel in there. On the other hand, we are going to need a warehouse as well. Now let's think about this through. What do we need? So we need the mechanical components for buildings. We also need that for electronics. So yeah, that requires mechanical components and electronic components. Okay, so we probably need to set up all of them together here. So if we say... Hold on, does the electronic components, does that require steel? Yeah, it does. And I have an idea now. Just need to see where we could place it in a way that it would work, and I'm not entirely sure that we can. Yeah, we might. Hold on, let's get the storage first. We'll probably set up a small storage. Let's. Ooh. Road does not work in our favor right now. But let's say if we place it down here. Then we go for the electronic components. We place it down here. Technically. No, but there's a problem here. There's a massive problem actually. We can't, if we want to set up the electronics assembly on this side, well actually we'd need to have a warehouse first, but there is a problem called roads that we need to worry about. We still need to have road connection to all of these. Now there is technically the mod thingy for forklift facility, road crossing, but that would technically require separate forklifts, which is probably what we're gonna have to do now. Oh yeah, it would require using the forklifts themselves. Or okay, so what if we get rid of this one, and we get rid of this one, and let's go back to the storages. So let's say we place this one on the back here, utilize the back connection. True, the forklift could work, I'm gonna see if I can get some sort of logical solution here. Because it needs to connect to the warehouse and to that one. But then this one needs to connect to the... Okay, yeah, this might work. So... Components... Facility... Let's see... That would technically work. So if we place you there, and electronic assembly can be over here on this side. Actually see, okay, there it does connect somewhat correctly. We'll need to get as close around here as possible, just so that this distance to the harbor will be as small as possible. So that would work. We can then bring in the... Actually, we could even have a separate warehouse for the plastics and the end products on this side. There we go. So that's one of the things done. So now we'll be... Once we construct all of these and bring enough steel and such. And plastics, of course. So we'll bring in the plastics there and we'll pick up the electronics from the... Actually, we'll probably want to get the road cargo distribution office, or road cargo station, not distribution office. And let me put you right about... Actually, I'm going to leave a little bit extra room if I need to utilize some extra connections around there. Which I hope that I don't, but if I do, then I'd like to have the option. Now let's set up some road connections through here. Just to mark a little bit of extra room here. There we go, so that's connected, that's connected. We need to connect these. We'll probably need to make a road down this way. Then we can connect these with a road. We want to connect on this side. Well, we'll need some sort of road going around here anyway. Let's set up the port now. So it's going to be probably a small passenger harbor. I doubt there's going to be more than 2 ships at once in here. Now the question is, can we get a footpath connection all the way to the electronics? Possibly. Let's say we place you down there. Of course, I can't see the distances quite yet here. Actually go with the asphalt roads for now. If we connect there, we can connect around here. Right, would that be... That would most likely be within reach. And with some footpaths through here, we could easily connect the electronics. Oh, actually the closest one is this one, so that's not necessarily the best. But say we do something like that. Can we get through here, or do we have to connect to that one? Oh no, we can. Go and connect that there. Yeah, footpath connection there. We can connect this one there. And then, okay, so that connection is not going to work. But this one can work. Now if we use the footpath connection over here, it's going to make them go a little bit faster and reach further away. But that would allow us to... Also, what? No, that is actually part of the components factory. Okay, so technically speaking, that would work. I think. Now, it would require electricity. So let's actually do that one next. We're gonna set up the substation down here in the middle. It should work rather well in there, actually. Let's say we place down that one. Actually, without the connection, so we can still not start working on the roads here yet, although it's not connected to anything. Good idea. I could probably set up the fire station right at the harbor. Although at that point we might want to set up a extra road going around here. Okay, we'll continue that one a bit further. I'll leave a little bit extra room there for something if I need to. Yeah, I can probably utilize this road. Right, so if we place the fire station, oh, that's education. Actually, I could probably use one of the mod ones. This seems rather large. Max number of workers 50. Do we need that many? I mean, better to have too many than too few, I suppose. We'll be able to bring in a lot of workers here. Although that harbor itself won't be holding all that much, but if we use bigger ships then it shouldn't really be a problem. So connect that there, they should be able to get here without problem. We could even set up a footpath there for aesthetics, I suppose. Right, let me actually... No, we can't actually connect through that. That's alright. Now then, what else did I need in here? So that would be the electronics entire line there. We'll be able to get the components from here if need be. We probably need a distribution office here, quite frankly, so let's go with that. Is that in storages? Yeah. And we... Ooh, it's going to be a bit of a tight spot, I suppose. Maybe on this side. Or, actually, since it doesn't need to be right next to them anyway, I'm going to place it down there. Connect that there. And then I suppose what we do also need is the oil rigs down here, so we'll place them down already. There's one there. Place another one somewhere around here. We don't have an excavator nearby. It is a bit well, yeah, uneven terrain there. So we can't place it there. There would be room for another two over here, for example. Yeah, we'll place one there and another one around hereabouts. Not necessarily the best locations, but it should be alright. Okay, so now what we'll need is a 3-to-1 pump. I mean, that would probably be fairly decent, but I want to do the pipes myself. Just so that I can raise them up a little bit. Make sure that no problems arise from that. That's being connected. And this one needs to be connected, so what I'll do, I'll just do the same one, essentially. Go right along the pipeline here. Too long? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we need to move that pipe a little bit then. We'll cancel all the pump a little bit. No biggie, we didn't start building it yet, so should be alright. We're on the wrong tab again. Right, 3-to-1. I think this should be close enough to everyone. I certainly hope so. There we go, and then the final one from here. There we go. So we got those. Now we need to set up some roads for... Well, we don't need to set up the roads yet. It's not that big of a deal. What we do need is another substation, though. Can we get all of them? We could. Probably best something like this, because we'll probably have the transformer somewhere around here, actually. Maybe behind there might be a good idea. No. Oh, yeah, it does, actually. You are correct. Okay, so let's have a look. Can we even get all of them at the same time? Not by the looks of it. Okay, so we'll just go with... Yeah, it's too far apart. Okay. Place one around here. Place another one down here. So that would be those two power lines there. Then we'll have one going directly there. We'll probably have another substation somewhere around here. But first we need to figure out what else we are going to place down here. One thing that we do need is... Actually, what we'll probably set up is we'll set up some massive storages around here. We can then have maybe another one or two distribution offices here that will take the stuff from the storages into the places where they need to be. Also, has there been... Okay, there's some new vehicles, I presume. Right, one thing that... Okay, so we want to be able to build vehicles here. We want to be able to potentially build ships here. And we want to be able to refine the fuel. And perhaps even turn that into chemicals and plastics. Right, so let's see, can we actually fit in all of that? Might not be able to, but we'll see. I mean, there's technically some room for something over there. Should be still within reach. So let's see, engineering. Dry dock. We go for a big one. How massive is that? That is actually rather massive. At the same time, it is right at the edge here, so it's not really taking away room from anything else. Actually, oh, okay, it would fit there. Sure, we'll place that. Okay, then vehicle production line. I mean, rail production in general wouldn't be terrible either. I just wonder, could I... What does the chip require? Can it require electronics, electrical components, fabrics, mechanical components, and plastics and steel? It would require both a warehouse and open storage. Actually, let's see, if we have a small open storage here, we actually rotate it a little bit, possibly. I'm just thinking, if can I get both the warehouse and the open storage connected to a road distribution office? I think I can. Just need to figure out a good location for all of this. Yeah, then let's say we place that one there, and the warehouse we can place down on... Ooh, we can't actually place it quite there. Probably place it something like this, and then place the cargo station right about here. Can we get this connected both at the same time? Apparently we can. There we go. So that's another problem solved. Now the question is, we can't connect these to the vehicle production line, but that's at least dry dock technically can now have everything that it requires, including workers. But that doesn't have power yet. Let's set up some of the roads here just so that we can see what sort of room we still have to work with. Now, can we connect this? Yeah, we can connect it all the way there. And I wonder, footpath... Oh, right, there's no footpath connection there directly. I see. But they need to go along the road there. At least it is close enough. Early at 3.5 million, not bad. Right, let's continue with the road around this area, because we need to connect this one. I may as well connect it directly there. I can probably get another substation somewhere around here. Let's say we place it down... Actually, let's have a look. How far can this one reach? We could reach somewhere around here. Okay, so one over here would cover most of it. Place it there, and then another road there. Okay, so now for more engineering. So the vehicle production line building is also rather massive. Let's actually set up the oil refinery here first. This is also rather massive, actually. Inputs are on this side, so we need to have it somewhere around here, maybe. It's taking a lot of work to flatten out the terrain there. Now the roads are getting in the way a little bit. There we go. We'll have the refinery here. Then we'll have the outputs over here. Now we might be able to utilize that area a little bit, but we do need to be slightly careful. I mean, we're going to use this area for some pumps or something. So what else did I say? The refinery, perhaps a plastics factory? Oh, but for that we need the chemicals first, and that requires oil, raw oil. Okay, so let's have a quick look. The plastics requires chemicals and oil. Then the chemical plant requires oil and a few other things. Refinery makes fuel and bitumen. I started on the earliest year, so 1960, I believe. Let's see. Actually, no, we don't need any of those. It should be the vehicle production line, at least. Now, if we place it somewhere around here, we can get the back connection to the harbor, probably without an issue. Needs to flatten the terrain a little bit. We can set up the resources that this one requires, probably over here. So let's start by flattening the terrain a little bit. Yeah, I am building most of the things on my own. There's still a few things that I don't produce, but that's mostly mechanical components and electronic related stuff. If we place that one there, we can connect this here. We can probably set up the footpath connection through here. Actually, we could... Hold on, is there no footpath connections there? No. I mean, technically they can walk along the road there, I suppose. Or we can just utilize... Actually, let's have a footpath through there. So let's say we set up a connection through here. We can still connect to the fire station here, just in case. And if we connect directly there, that might let us get to work on these without issues. Or at least for this one. Right, so let's have a look. For the Plastics, that would require the oil, so there's actually not really anything that we need for the bitumen or fuel in here directly. Now we could set up the storages in here, I suppose. Oh, right, yeah, I would need one around here, perhaps. Or could place one around here. Place one there, and we'll place one over here. And then we can set up the pipe connection to those later. Don't really need them right now. Connect that there. Now I still have a little bit of room here for some production. I haven't quite decided what I'll use it for. I don't know, chemical plant wouldn't be a terrible idea. It would require some storages and all that sort of stuff though. Let's see, how much would a warehouse take room from this particular section? Let's say we place one down here. Would that have enough room to then place down the chemical plant somewhere around here? Technically. Although not enough for a road cargo station, which is a problem, and the road would be on very bad location. But no, I think we need to set up the warehouse over there somehow. Get rid of that one. If we want to have a warehouse. I mean, we could technically just have the trucks bring in the stuff automatically. Okay, that road would not work. Okay, no, I think we'll just have to go without... not at least full-size storage. We could go for one of the small ones. Let's place down the chemical plant first. Oh yeah, the pipe should probably be on this side, or pointing to the right-hand side of the screen. Place that one there, we can connect to that road. We're gonna have a pump over here that will divide the oil to there, and potentially somewhere else where we might need it. I mean, I wonder if we could set up a plastics manufactory over there, just out of curiosity. It could fit in there. Okay, how far could we place it? Say we place it there. Place that there, we can have a footpath connection there. Over here we may need to set up some footpaths. Right, so we wanted to have a small storage down here. Where is the storage? That's a small warehouse. Right, we'll just utilize that one. Connect to the road there. We could even have the footpath connection through here. Okay, so that's yet another logistical stuff. We didn't do the stuff for the vehicle production yet, so what are the things that they are going to require? Right, so they need a warehouse and open storage for steel. I think I can manage that. Actually, I don't remember. There may be something... well, no, I don't think that's really necessary to worry about right now. Let's say we place you down... there. And then we'll place down a medium storage down here. Actually, no, we may need to go with the small one. And then we can set up a road cargo station down here. Then we get the road connections down this way. And then that road connection can then probably go this way. Or we can have this road go all the way here. And then connect down there. Continue that a little bit further. But there's still a little bit extra room here for something. I could probably loop this road around again. Last chance to buy the rat tractors. I see. Well, we weren't using those anyway. Now, are these actually within reach of power? I think they might be. Oh yeah, there's a substation. Right, so we probably need something for the plastics factory, other than the pipe itself. So what do they need again? They need the chemicals. So maybe we just set up a small warehouse here. And connect this down here. And we'll need to add in a lot more logistics, quite frankly, here. That's not really going to be a massive problem. Oh, and technical services definitely somewhere around here. Is it down there? Because this... Although that might be one of the places where we could put down something if we want to produce. Okay, so let's actually think about this. If we want to start producing railway stuff over here, it'd be bloody massive. Would need to be something like this to have the rail connecting to the correct area. Or I wonder if we take the technical services away, we can place it on somewhere else. And then cancel that bit of road there. Can we fit it in some way or somehow over here so that we can get the connection to there? So we can produce all the vehicles that we need in this area. I don't think our steel production will be able to keep up with it, but we can hope. Right, so engineering. Railway production line. Okay, so yeah, technically it's possible. The warehouses are going to be a bit of a problem. And the railway needs to have pretty hard turn there. I'm not entirely sure if they'll reach that far. But that's why we rotated the footpath connection right at the edge here. So if we place it there, we'll have a footpath connection from here. We can connect that directly, more or less, to there. It might be enough. Like, if we have a comparison of the harbor over here, from here they can connect all the way to the university without an issue. Well, they connected. Okay, so it might not be enough. We can always set up some bus stops around here, of course. Let's actually do that. Let's set up some bus stop around here, maybe. Well, we could probably use the small platforms. Place one there. And connect this over there. And get some footpath connections as well. And maybe another one somewhere around here wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably place this way around. So that we'll have the footpath connections over here, so we can connect from here to both there and there. That's essentially a small park left there. Right. What else do we need here? We got the fire station. We haven't set up the electricity connections yet. Although we got technically the infrastructure in there. I wonder, maybe we should set up a separate power plant over here. Although we were going to set up the nuclear power plant over there at some point, but that's going to take a while. On the other hand, that would require getting all the coal in here, and the closest one is over here. It's not really easy to get. I mean, they are at least producing a little bit. Do we? Got a little bit steel being produced there. Taking steel to... Right, the new city. I mean, we've done a decent bit of planning here. We haven't actually started working on all that. We could at least assign that to be start construction. But until we connect that to the actual areas, then there's no real risk of wasting resources. And same for the pipes here, I suppose. Start constructing at least up until there. And one thing that I could, of course, do is there is the mod storage that I have. There's the... Oh, with loader, interesting. Oh man, that is actually rather massive. Have a massive storage here. 2 million rows and pipes. Yeah, something like that. Luckily we don't need to pay all that. We are producing it domestically, but yeah. It is a bit... Ooh, we got a second construction office here. We haven't actually set up that one yet. We'll probably do that a bit later. That one requires still more steel. We've done a decent bit of work on the roads here, have they? They have started working on the fire station, because we have no way of getting the workers in here. It's too far away right now. How are the houses over here? Still requires... Ooh, it actually has all the resources. Just need more workers there. The department store is doing fairly well. It needs more workers. The clinic is missing workers. Rommel, thanks for the resub. And thanks for gifting more subs to the community. Much appreciated. That's gonna be going for a quick while. Oh, indeed. Let me actually have a look at there. I think there was a message in there. Oh no, you just... Okay, you gifted 5 subs. I see. Alberto, HCK, Has, Goes on the Walk, and Ethan. Congratulations on your gifted subs. Much appreciated, man. Right, so we actually have a massive amount of money right now. Ooh, we got the library complete as well. That's handy. I'm not exactly sure what the library is going to be doing, but I suppose we'll find out eventually. And then we got the department store almost completed. And the house is going to be completed soon enough. They don't have a crane over there, so it's not going as quickly as it could be. I did set up the connections more or less in here, so once they start... Oh, these are not assigned to the... Okay. It's either entertainment or education. I'm not entirely sure. Let's actually have a look at the... is that in... Hold on. University. No, it's not a university. So it's probably entertainment then. Or cinemas. Yeah, it is technically a cinema. I mean, that's fine by me. Should actually be able to fit quite a bit of people, because the number of staff is 40. Audio culture needs... Oh, and we got this house here completed now. Still haven't done the cold storage here, but we can do that, or we will be doing that soon enough. Right, another thing that I should probably set up for the vehicle manufacturer here is some storage for the vehicles themselves. Now, there might be some places where they need to be placed, or areas where they need to be placed. Vehicles and containers. Hold on. No, it needs to be this way around. Oh, now the road is in the way. Okay, let's see. If we flatten that, can we then get a manual connection going in here? Oh yeah, we can. Huzzah! Right, then we do still need to get a road connection down here. That way we can store up the vehicles in there and then take them to where they need to be. Oh, that's another thing that we should probably do. Some gas stations. This is such a big area that we probably need more than one. Place one down here. Another one near the vehicle manufacturer. We may need to go on the other side of the road, actually. Now then, let's have a look at how's the plastic coming along. Still needs a fair bit of steel, actually, but that requires more steel. Okay, so I don't think we managed to get any steel in here lately. I'm guessing... Ooh. Oh yeah, all the crops are growing here, excellent. Oh, and this ship is waiting here for another full load, and it's not gonna get that until the harvest season. That's alright. We've got plenty of crops as a buffer here. And we've got plenty of food. Oh wow, that's a lot of vehicles waiting here for a ship. Fair enough. How you doing, Rommel? And everyone else in the chat as well. We've got plenty of workers there. The radio station is doing brilliantly. It's actually, well, the ratings are around 50%. The government loyalty has been growing steadily. Playing CK3 and chilling. Fair enough. I mean, it is a good game. Time from work, well, yeah, it's understandable. Did you have an early shift today? Right, so we need to continue that railway. Yep, that would do it. Actually, one thing that I could do here... I could set up some railway stuff over here, so we'll have the connection from here going more or less directly to there. But we can then have some stations down here that we can bring in mass amounts of various things that we need. That could work, or it will work. So let's start setting up the railway here. We are still using the lower railway, which is probably not a good idea. Let's go around here and connect to there. Can we actually get a bit of a... There we go, that looks much better. True, we can always upgrade them. Well, let's do the diamond here. Oh. There we go. That will allow us to switch the rails there if need be. Right, so that's one of the things. Then we want to have a... Oh, actually, we could have a train platform here. I wonder if we place it on this side. That could work. If we place it right about there, we can set up a footpath connection through here, connect around here to that area, and that area. We could probably set up the... hold on, so that's the refinery. A footpath connection through here, and that's the plastics manufactory. Right, so I mean, yeah, with a railway here, we can bring in workers with both ships and trains. Hopefully it will work. I mean, the fact that the track is a bit long, that may cause problems with the timing. Ships are not going to have a problem. Right, so now we need to set up connection from here. To there somewhere. Of course, I might also set up a cargo station. Let's say we place one... oh, right, we still don't have the warehouses for this one. Okay, so we need to save up a little bit room there. What I could do, I reckon... actually, one thing that we will need is one of the diesel stations. Actually, we can pipe fuel directly from the refinery. Or, actually, where's the... there's one storage there, another one there. We'd probably pump it through here, so along the road here. If we want to set up the diesel station over here, so that they'll technically go through that every time. Okay, so we can't actually flatten the terrain there. We can place it there. Get too sharp of a turn, so we need to get these back a little bit. There we go. True, it might need a pump. Actually, yeah, I probably will. But we're gonna set up a pump over here, for example. And then get it further. If we need be, or if need be, we can probably fit one around here somewhere. Right, so let's connect down here. Have the diamonds for this. We still haven't set up the cargo station in here, but that's probably not a massive issue. There we go. We'll... just in case, we'll set up a diamond over here as well. You know, better safe than sorry. Right, so we got the refueling there. So I wonder if I want to get a connection from here, I could probably do it. There we go. Then we can set up a cargo train station on this side. Not necessarily directly in there, but let's say if we place it down here. It's going to be a bit diagonal to most of the things. But I doubt that's going to be a massive issue. Place this in here. Yeah, we can't quite place it there, but that works. Right, what else? We need to have a... actually, are we gonna have a road cargo station and or warehouses in here? Or maybe we can have a warehouse on this side, for example, which connects directly to the... oh, right, we don't have excavators here. Come on, can we find a location here that we can utilize? Not easily. That much I can tell you. Okay, well, anyway, we're gonna have a room here for a warehouse and then a road cargo station and a open storage over here somewhere, and another cargo station, for example. Oh, there's actually no power in there. We're gonna have to set up another substation somewhere around here. That's probably outside of the reach as well. Now that I think of it, that should be within reach. That is probably outside. So let's actually set up that one real quick. Place you down there, that shouldn't be an issue. So how many do we have already? We've got 1, 2, 3 somewhere around here. I don't remember where exactly. There you are. And then we've got 2 over here, so that would be 5. We're gonna have 1 more if need be. But I wonder, where should we set up more of the logistics in here? Because we currently have only 1 office. We're gonna need more than 1. Technically, we could set up some over here. That wouldn't be in the way. So how about we continue this road first. Probably connect this over there. Let's actually continue this road right through here. And then connect to that one. That should be alright. Actually, it looks fairly decent. You can't really tell much about this mess here, but otherwise, not too bad. Oh, we're at 4 million now. That's pretty handy. I wonder, okay, there's still plenty of passengers there, so this school probably has... Oh, it's down to 1600 now. It used to be 1700 for a long while. Because the population has gone down a little bit every now and then. Because that one still has the crops. Oh right, we haven't started harvesting enough. We have started harvesting, and this is being filled up slowly but surely. Right, they haven't... Oh, that's going to take a long while to grow still. We do have time. Luckily we got a lot of harvesters, so we can actually go through the fields relatively quickly. Now, how are we doing over here? Have we gotten... No, we still haven't gotten steel that we require. Cargo station... Okay, so pretty much all of this is still waiting for steel. Is the steel mill actually doing anything? True, they have a fair bit of time still. Okay, so there's no one actually in here. Is it because that bringing in workers? Yes. Okay, so we should be getting another shift of workers there. Oh right, we do need to redo that area at some point. I suppose I could actually set up a road connection through here as well. Just to shorten the distance from the construction offices down to there. Cool, we can probably start working on the road. 1.3 million dollars, 600,000 rubles. That is a bit of an expensive. Nice, over there they are requiring steel. Are we... Okay, we got a few... Oh, like 37 people working at the mill right now. Haven't started working on this one, have we? No, we haven't. What the... Oh, we got the excavator in here, just don't have the concrete quite yet, and we don't actually have anyone heading down there either. That's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, this should be mostly working for the station here. Oh right, we haven't actually got on the road. We still need to get the warehouse over here and road cargo station, and same over here. Or at least have the storage in there, so that we can then utilize the trucks to distribute the stuff. Speaking of trucks, because at this point it might be... Oh right, yeah, the hill is over here. It's gonna get in the way a little bit, but I'm actually surprised that we managed to fit everything in here. Not sure if everything's going to be within reach of this one. Probably not. A bit hard to tell because we don't have the roads in there yet. But we'll get there eventually. Right, so is that? No, that's still missing the steel. We do have a crane there at least, so that does help a little bit. Right, so we still only got one house here. And the aggregate storage is not completed, but I'm going to use a little bit cash. That doesn't cost too much. And we're going to set that as coal storage. And you have some dumpers, so I'm going to set up that as your target for coal. Nope, that one actually. It's probably the bottom of the list there. Yeah, remove that connection. And add in the connection there. Now, do we actually have coal set up as a source anywhere? Also, you need to unload stuff there. Probably go for 90. You know what? We could always set up a... Hold on. We'll probably see that once we get down here. That setup was one of the sources. Not for this building. You can load up coal there, good. I'm going to buy a few more dumpers for this place. Maybe a couple more open hulls as well. So now it's 6 and 4. There's still room for 2 more vehicles. I'll deal with that later. Now we're a bit less than 4 million, but that's not too bad. Yeah, less than 300 tons of crops remaining on that ship right now, so we have been using the crops rather quickly. But this is not too far from leaving. Fortunately, we have nothing in there, but do we have... we don't have a massive amount of crops there either. Probably gathering up the crops as quickly as we can, though. And yeah, that's going for another 12 tons from there. Ooh, we're already at 1200 tons. Alright, so that ship should be leaving within a month or so. Now, I suppose one thing that I should do is increase the housing capacity in here a little bit again. That's going to increase the population in Pravdov. Oh right, and now, since we do have the population capacity in here, or at least the house in there, we have the school, we got the department store, we got that also buying stuff, we got the heating plant there which doesn't have the resources yet, but it will have. Now is this... No, it's not close enough there. That's bad. Not sure how big of a difference there is. Like, how much are we missing to actually reach there? Footpath. If we go through here... Oh no, we can't go through there. Oh yes, we can. I'm actually gonna use some cash to build that. Well, let's have a look at that now. Oh, fire truck, not the building itself. Yeah, it's still not quite close enough. Probably not missing much though. Are we? Oh, right, we haven't actually connected. No, we have. No, we haven't connected that one. Let's build that one. Build those. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do in here. But I reckon I could still probably set up a... or move some of the people from here, for example. Just take a random building and transfer at least half of the population here. Gonna be filling up back rather quickly. There we go, so everyone's going to the school. There's no staff there, that's, a problem. Got the department store, people are visiting there. Right, so there's probably not enough workers in here to actually do it or everything, but it should help constructing the stuff as well. Oh yeah, we got someone working at the heating plant. Oh right, yeah, we have brought in some coal here. We've got 30 tons waiting. That's good. Right, so I think we can hit 25,000 population today, especially if we can increase the housing a little bit. Okay, so we've done a decent bit of work on the roads here. That one's still requiring concrete and don't have a lot of it. That is a bit of a problem. We do have the concrete plant here, just don't have any workers for that and none of the resources either. Oh, we started working in the cargo harbor. Are we importing something that we shouldn't? Good question. I'm doubt we are importing too much anyway. Yeah, we imported a tiny bit of food, but that can mostly be explained by the latest town. Meat, of course, is still relatively high number. Cement, and yeah, we are importing fuel in few places. But that's because the fuel distribution office that we have doesn't have room for everything anymore. Then, of course, crops and electronics and components. Ooh, right, clothing is also imported at the new place. Bit of steel and gravel, so not really anything out of the ordinary. Not in massive amounts, anyway. Which I'd say is fairly good. Right, so how are we actually... Is this not automatically searching? It probably is, but it has quite a few things that it's trying to do. I'll let it be for now. Oh yeah, they brought in a lot of workers in pretty much all of these places. Okay, all of those are requiring steel, so where is this going? This is going for the... Oh, going for the distribution office. Well, one of them. Oh, we've got 47 workers at the steel mill right now, so that's good. How are we doing around here, though? School has some staff now, so they are actually getting some education. That's good, and that should actually lower some of the pressure from the school over here. Still 1,500 students waiting at the schoolyard, which is quite a few. Right, have we managed to get any steel there? No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe a little bit, but that still requires 3.5 tons. Don't think that's gotten any yet. That's 3.1 tons. I mean, maybe some of the pumps and such over here have gotten a little bit. So how much would it cost to actually get this? Ooh, 200,000 for one pipe. That is a bit expensive. No, but this pipe has certainly gotten a bit forward. It used to be somewhere around there before. Right, what about the houses over here? We started working on the groundworks there. Probably over here as well. Oh, no, that hasn't been... No, it has been assigned now. They probably just got completed with the footpaths. Right, so we got the cargo station there, which can essentially be used for exporting stuff through this port. I actually wonder, is there some sort of storage for vehicles or something here? But it kind of feels like there's a... Oh no, no, there shouldn't be, because this is just a medium harbor. It's not one of those container harbors, so never mind. Yeah, we should probably figure out a place one at some point. Actually, I think this might not be a bad place for it. Let's have a look. That would be in infrastructure. Ships. Containers and vehicles. It's a bit of a massive. But yeah, that's why I wanted to place it out of the way here. I think the sounds are bugging a little bit there. Right, actually, I wonder, would it be possible to connect that into a railway? Possibly. True, it does go a fair bit of distance into the sea. But I figured that I'll place it down here so that the ship has less distance to go to once we start exporting stuff. Now, I haven't set up any road connection there or anything like that. I'll figure that one out later. As I wanted to have a placeholder for it. Right, so these are waiting for an excavator most likely. And speaking of excavators, so we got one at the fire station here, which is actually working, so we got most of the concrete there now. Still needs a tiny bit more, but it shouldn't really be a problem. Over here we are waiting for concrete for the harbour, and we got the second excavator there. Okay, that would explain a thing or two. Now then, how's the situation down here now? Okay, so we may have lost few people from here, or we may not have actually filled this place entirely. I don't know, actually. Not that it really matters. What does matter is that there's plenty of people there. Oh, right, they need a bit more workers here, and more steel, of course, but some progress has been made, that's for sure. Did we... Oh, wait a minute. Do we not have a gas station in here? Or was I going to place the gas stations along the main road? I don't know. There is no gas station here. Liquor store. Okay, so that's something that we do need to place here. There's one down there. And maybe one on this side as well. Now that I think of it. Or doesn't need to, not necessarily. I mean, it's a bit of an extra trip to go there if they're going over here. But it's not a massive distance. Okay, I've still got some workers at the steel mill. I mean, during summertime it's working at decent speed, and especially once we get this place inhabited so that we have buses going out from there. Or sending... Oh, right, that reminds me. Do we have a road cargo depot there? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's send down 2 buses that we have over here. Down there already, so they need a bit smaller travel time once we want to actually send them to do their new duties here. Going from Vernakova to Stalino. Actually, we could rename this place. Rommel, do you want to place a town named after you? Considering you technically paid for it already. Alright then. I think we're going to go with the Rommel crowd again. It worked fairly well in the previous iteration of this, or in the previous save game that I had. Although in that it was actually a lot. Like, it was the pinnacle of our design. I mean, I've certainly improved a fair bit from that, but well, since then, but it was still fairly well built, even if I say so myself. So essentially, your city will be providing workers for the steel mill area, and that's about it, really. And maybe a little bit for the construction material, building material stuff here, but so that's the train platform. Does have connections. Okay, so they can actually work at the right. Could I? No. Well, maybe. I was to get a footpath connection through here. Maybe if we connect through there, could I? Go around there, yeah, I can. Connect through there. Just gonna use a little bit of cash to get that. Let's see. Would it be... Oh yes, it would be able to reach both of the processing plants now. Excellent. Also, that reminds me, was there no... No, there's no connections on this side. Well, I mean, it's the conveyor belt connections, but no footpath connections. Oh, right, yeah. I've gotten some of the conveyor belts completed there as well. That's a good start, certainly. Now, have we gotten any of the plastics stuff completed here yet? Nope. How much is the cost of the rails? Good question. 5 million. So, not something that we'll be doing. 11 million if we were using dollars, but that's mostly because the distance to the American border is so much bigger. Oh, building is on fire. University in Prado. Okay, well that's not too bad. The fire station is right down there. We could actually buy another vehicle here, just in case. So that we can have enough firefighters doing their work here. Only one injured citizen there. And that one vehicle doesn't seem to be enough. Second one is enough though. But only one injured. Not too bad. I mean, technically that's the Communist Party headquarters, so... I'm not sure what they were doing. Maybe they were trying to get rid of some of the documents, and it kind of got out of hand. So how much? 175,000 for the plastics factory. Ugh. Yeah, a lot of these things that we are waiting over here are rather expensive. Just thinking something similar. Yeah, I mean, it's a plausible explanation. We actually haven't started on that one, I suppose. Okay, that one has been assigned now, so they should be bringing gravel. Hold on a minute, why are the dumpers waiting here? Oh no, is it this one that I... Okay, I could make this to be only, like, road building. For the time being, and let's start by getting a gravel location, so we can pick up the gravel from... One of these is the... That is presumably the loading. Yeah, that seems to be the case. And then asphalt is still going to be a bit of a problem, since we need to go all the way down here. Oh wait, no, that's the concrete. Asphalt is there. Now, they do need... Well, actually, no, they don't have to have workers. Not necessarily. If that's only doing roads, we're gonna need some dumpers. Which we actually have plenty around here. So I'm just gonna transfer one or two from there. Heck, I could even transfer the asphalt paver there. And then I'm gonna buy at least one open hull to transporting the vehicles. I think we're gonna use the GE300s though. Do we have the rollers somewhere? Yeah, we do. Right, and then we will need some excavators in here, I reckon. I'll buy 2. And then we'll maybe get more dumpers. We could get 2 dumpers and another paver and a roller. I think that should be alright. And hold on. So I said paver and a roller. That should be plenty. We'll start working on the roads here, and that should let us get closer to the area over there. And that's actually a thing that I could do. Like, I'm gonna specialize these construction offices quite a bit. There's gonna be one that is mostly getting cranes into places and such. And then there's gonna be some that are getting concrete from one place to the, well, construction sites and so forth. But I was thinking I could technically have one office that is basically just providing all the workers required. I have quite a few buses in there. Oh, right, we got on a second distribution office here. That's good. Right, so did I want to set up the... I could. Of course. I was thinking, how quickly is the refinery going to be using the fuel? Or oil, rather. It's probably going to be using it fairly quickly. Now, we will have a pump somewhere around here that will divide it to 3 places, to the plastics, refinery, and chemicals. Oh, right, we are going to need some wood cutting areas as well. We could technically utilize this area here for that. Then we can have more distribution offices down here. I could technically have, for example, one of the bigger oil storages around here. And then that would be connected to the pump down here that divided various places. Right, how are the houses coming along here? Well, other than the steel, not doing too bad, but the steel is kind of crucial there, I dare say. Okay, we've got 30 workers at the middle right now. We do have the coal and iron to keep on working for the time being anyway. Oh, and we got 2 buses. That is... okay, one of them is bringing in workers for the mill area. And then we got someone bringing workers over here. We just don't have the steel to actually construct this. Although, it'll only be 100,000. Kind of tempted to actually build that. Also, one thing that I could... hold on a minute. I don't have any aggregate storages over here, although I can utilize this once I actually... because that is going to have gravel. Oh, one of the oil rigs is on fire. Okay, well, luckily we got the fire station nearby. And secondly, we got a massive amount of oil here that we are not exporting, or we're not really using all that much either. I wonder, would there be a possibility of getting... well, no, there's only 2 connections on that one. One is being used for fuel, one... oh, speaking of fuel and bitumen, we almost have enough bitumen for another export round. That's not too bad. Right, I'm pretty sure that we upgraded the road down here all the way now. Yes, it has been upgraded. But we could technically get rid of that road down here to remove some of the clutter. There we go. Now, I wonder... did I set up some sort of a parking lot over here? The harvest still going? Good question. Oh yeah, it is. They haven't started harvesting the big one yet. That's gonna potentially run out of time. That is a problem. I mean, there might be someone heading there now. Oh yeah, that is heading to the big field. You can probably harvest most of it. How much do we... oh, right, the ship has left. There's 700 tons of crops there and another 600 over here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, but now that is on the primary slot there. Excellent. So it will be going out first. I think. No, they are actually emptying the other one. Never mind. I'm actually a bit confused by the logic there, which one they are emptying. Because that one has 40,000 rubles. But let's actually have a look at a little bit. What have we exported this year? Oh, we've already made 7 million in exports. But panels and bricks are still rather small. Fabrics for almost 1 million. Alcohol for 1.5 million. Coal for 1.3 million. Clothes for 125. Human for 500,000, of course. And then food for 1.1 million. Okay. That's not bad. We imported for about 4 million. Most of that is crops and electronics. Actually, let's have a look. Last year we imported 15,000 tons of crops. Here we've already imported 13,000. So it's probably going to go around the same numbers. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it is. It could be something like that. Let's keep this one open for a little while to see if they are actually... Well, both of these open for a quick while there. They are still taking from the big one. Or it could be... It could be that they're taking from the one that has more. No, they're still taking from the bigger ship. Okay, well that is a bit puzzling there. Oh well. Let's not focus on that one right now, so... Steel. Ooh, we don't have coal there because we don't have anyone at the processing plant right now. And the snowfall is gonna happen soon enough. What I'm gonna do, that is 100,000, but I think that is gonna be a good investment. So we'll do that. Is that... No, 2 kilometers should be plenty though. We'll do that. Focus on the asphalt roads mostly. Actually, pretty much only on the asphalt roads. I mean, there's not much else in around here other than a little bit of the gravel roads there, I suppose. Is there? I don't think there's really a need for us to focus on anything other than... I mean, we can have these like on 5% or something like that if we accidentally have something like that in here. And then we just buy the vehicles. So we've been using KMZs, I believe. Yeah, they got pretty good... Ooh, these actually have a bit faster plowing speed, but the max speed isn't all that great. I think we're gonna go with these, and secondly, those are bloody expensive. Not that these are cheap either, but especially when you buy them in groups of 8. But that should allow us to keep the roads here clean for the most part, and then the buses will be able to bring in the workers to the steel mill throughout the year. Right, well, we haven't set up the power lines to get over there yet. I mean, I do believe we have a location that we can pull... Yeah, we got a location that we can pull the power from. I'm going to just go with the... Hold on, we'll be using, I believe, the 15 megawatts lines down here. We'll utilize the railway down here a little bit as a... Well, got one use out of that. I'm going to use the road on the other hand. You know, just to get long distances with the power lines here to keep the cost down. a discount buying things bulk. Yeah, they probably should. Right, so we need to connect all the way there. I think we place one more down here. Although that might get a bit too narrow, so I'm gonna cancel these wires. Connect directly from here, or maybe even go a little bit to the side there and then connect there. There should be at least a little bit of room there for a warehouse. I hope it's gonna be enough. Yeah, we can start working on that, so we'll get the power lines constructed all the way there. Then we just need to distribute the power, essentially. Right, have this. They're still working on a lot of constructions here, so this is probably what is taking our steel right now. Could even say that they are stealing our steel. I know that was a bad pun, but I love it. So have we started? No, we haven't started working on that one yet. Oh right, because this has a search radius of 1 kilometer. Put on 2 kilometers, so that we can start making a bit more of the roads there. Right, so we started to work on that one. Good. Have we gotten any more houses here yet? No, but we've done these. Oh, we have got all the resources for one of these. That one's going to need a bit more steel. These are going to need a lot more panels and steel. But yeah, this area is probably what is going to be taking a lot of steel as well. So, you know what? I'm going to be... Oh, right, that's the wrong area. Over here. I'm going to buy a bit more steel manually here. I'm going to buy one more time 100 tons. It's a bit expensive, but we got the money. I'm not too worried about that. And that will allow the construction officers over here to focus on getting this area constructed. And the pipes. I mean, it's not going to even be enough for all the pipes and such. But it might allow us to get some of these constructions going. So we upgraded that road. Suppose we could upgrade this road next. I doubt there's going to be a massive amount of traffic through there. Except, apparently that. Actually, something that I could do. Okay, so that is a bit too close to the corner there. Just want to connect over there, so it might be helping the workers from there to get working around here somewhere. Probably not enough distance, but... or enough range, but... I think it's still a good idea. I mean, you could argue that it's kind of a waste of resources, but not really. We got infinite gravel, essentially. But we're running low on quarry stone again. We may need to get... oh, right, because that excavator is going out. Going for a drink of fuel. Because this one's still being emptied in here, and we need to empty it quickly. Use the crops faster, although I'm not sure if that's a good idea. There's a tiny little road there. Could we actually cancel that? Yeah, we could. $480 tons. That's going to be quite a few truckloads still. And is the other one... no, it's currently going out, so it's still got some time. I just need to get it back here just so that we can harvest this area, because we got 100 and... oh, we got a lot of crops there. We can't fit more in here. Because we can't make this set it to 100%, unfortunately. Okay, so that is a problem. At least these river cargo ships are filling up with nice speed there. There's usually only one or two at a time there. Then we got the passenger ship. How are the roads coming along right now? Okay, so we got all the gravel for this. And just the excavator is not particularly quick. Which is kind of a problem. The dumpers over here are working on a lot of things by the looks of it. Right, so is this actually working? I mean, yeah, they are working on at least one road. Two roads. I wonder which one is the other road, because they are working on that one, that much I do know. Oh, is it this one? Or that one, maybe? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, and that one's also requiring... or waiting for asphalt there. Alright then. Now, you're going for refuel first. Alright then. We do have some open holes here that could, you know, help with it a little bit. On the other hand, distances over here are still so small that it might figure that it's not really worth it. Then we can start working on another construction office. But technically I could set up this one to not work on roads anymore. Because we have the other one to do it. Although it doesn't have buses, so that may be a problem. Although we could specialize that for something else. And eventually we're going to have one of those just for getting the workers in there. Right, so have we... Yeah, we got 30 workers at the steel mill. Meaning that we... Hold on, are you taking that? Trying to take 0 tons of steel to the open storage in Revole. Right, well at least the power plant has plenty of coal. I actually wonder, how's this one doing? Oh, well, it's currently doing alright. Oh man, back to 1600 kids. Well, I say kids, but it seems to be mostly adults waiting at the schoolyard. Right, have we gotten any more houses completed yet? Yes, we have. Temperature's a bit low there. That's because no one's living at the heating plant. Not living at the working at the heating plant. If they were living there, then they might have a problem. Low education. Oh, right. Okay. Well, 1, 2. Sending in a lot of people there. Okay, so that's full. But that should allow them to then work on the heating plant at least, as well as a few other things that they might require, including the liquor store. Seems to be a bit chilly over there as well. You know, that way you don't need to have anything refrigerated when you have just low enough temperature in the building. Okay, another house will be completed soon. We don't have a crane there, but that's alright. Plenty of workers. We do have someone at the heating plant. Oh, and there's been some deaths and escapes. And no one's at the library either, but at least the temperature should be rising there. If there was someone working at the heating... Okay, there's someone going there again. Nope, I went to the liquor store instead. It may have been a mistake to have the connection there. People are just thinking, should I go to get a bottle of vodka or should I go to work? I have a feeling that vodka wins every time. Well, maybe once we get enough people, then it's not going to be a problem. Also, over here we are going to need some ambulances. Priorities indeed. Right, so the school has a lot of people waiting, essentially. Once we get more people down here, then it should be alright. Okay, so there's, again, someone working at the heating plant. Oh man, there's actually a lot of people that can't work because they don't have education. And no kindergarten places because the kindergarten is understaffed because there's not enough. Okay, I see a problem that we have in this town. Not enough educated workers. But hey, at least we lowered the number of adults living with their parents again a little bit. Average age is actually 28, that's quite high. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that we imported them in here, and the school over there, or the closest school in Sakurada, is just so overworked. I wonder if I could fit in some small school somewhere around here, maybe. Not necessarily, but we could try. Cool. That's too thick. That's too thick as well. Pretty sure that all of these are too thick. I mean, I might be able to fit something around here, maybe. It's just the problem that the city is so full with stuff. It's going to be very difficult to fit anything in here. Well, technically, I could do some terraforming, for example, to add in a second or extra school there or something. Probably actually not a bad idea. Just not entirely sure how much we are going to need space in here. Okay, let's try. Hold on, which one of these has the highest capacity? This one. Oh, there's technically water in there. Okay, let's try that again. That works. Then we can just do footpath connection down here. And technically down that way. Could even make a connection through here. Just gonna use some cash on that one. But yeah, it's gonna take a while before we get this one completed, but that should help with the school over here a little bit. It's down to 1500 now. Yeah, a rather large portion of our population does not have education of any kind. But that's a slight issue, I do admit. Right, so we used all the steel here. Did we get anything completed? No. I mean, 6,500 have university education, and almost 6,500 have basic education. So it's still fairly high, but some of those educated ones are children. Alright, we probably have bitumen to export again. Indeed we do. Is it this one? Yep. And that one out again. How are we doing in terms of coal? So far, so good. Now, one thing good about the tunnels is that I don't think you need to clear out the roads there. Did we get... No, these are still waiting for steel, and it would be rather expensive to build these. Oh, hey, we got the ship over here with the crops. I mean, those crops are going to be used rather quickly. Are we... Ooh, we did complete one of the rows there. They're working on this one, and they will be working on that one. Is this the... Oh, that is the construction office 1, and that's the number 8. Oh yeah, we did start from there and then go around back that way. That makes sense. A little bit of road here that needs to be done. Well, that actually... Well, I have managed to get a little bit of workers in here, just don't have the asphalt yet. Oh, we started working on the panels factory. And the fire station requires more boards, actually. Interesting. I was not expecting that. I mean, sure enough, they will need that, but I wasn't expecting that that's the bottleneck right now. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that now that we got this one, so we'll just take a bit more from here. They will take a little bit from around there, for example. Over there. And educated people in there. That should be alright. Now how big... Okay, it's 140 out of 225. That might be okay though. Now there are teachers and staff in there, but the temperatures are a bit low. Okay, we may need to move in just regular workers as well. And hopefully we can get someone working in here. Okay, there's again someone working there, but are they going to be there for long enough so that the temperature is going to rise high enough so that we don't have a massive deaths in here? Because that wouldn't be ideal. Okay, yeah, we're getting some workers now there. Excellent. I'm guessing we've got plenty of... Oh yeah, we've got plenty of coal there, so that's not going to run out. Right, so how many? We got 3 houses completed right now. We're still working on another 6. Okay, the temperatures are at least going up. Although, need more workers here. Actually, I wonder, now that it's winter time, are we able to... We are able to clear out the roads here. Actually wonder, is every truck still on... Oh no. They're not even in use right now. They were that efficient. Well, they will be soon. In use, that is. Okay, so... Oh, we got steel in here. Interesting. Hold up. Did we get another construction? No, we didn't get another construction office. It's just the Rapova construction office that is helping on that one, technically speaking. Hold on a minute. Oh, a lot of escapes have happened rather recently. Oh, no one's living there. No one's living there. Is anyone living here? Yes, there. Okay. But that would be it. That would be it. Now then, let's actually have a look at adults living with their parents. We've got a fair bit around here. Not massive amounts, though. But let's say we take that one. I mean, this is one way to get rid of the uneducated people, I suppose. And let's send in more from Pravda as well. Area seems to be right with extra people. There we go, that should keep the things running here. Everyone's going to the department store. Oh no, some people are going to work at the heating plant as well, good. Yeah, this school can actually manage quite a bit of students. Which is good, because we're going to need the capacity. Now, did that alleviate the problem at this school at all? A little bit. Probably not enough, but once we get this school completed, which actually is going to require steel, so that might not be as simple as one might think. I'm guessing we didn't get... We did do a fair bit of work on the pipe here. It'll still be 122,000. You know what, I'm gonna use that. Just so that we'll be using a bit less steel on the pipes later on. Or that we don't need... Oh, we did actually complete... No, that's one of the old pipes. This is the late or newer pipe, and that one does get into the forest there, so they've done a little bit of work on it. Oh, and they're working on that one as well. Oh, wait, this is the same pipe. Right. You know what, I'm gonna contract that as well. True, I mean, I'll just let them get the resources that we have plenty in there. Now we can probably do that. Yeah, it's 120,000. There we go. Temperature is going up rather quickly. That should allow us to alleviate the problem down there quite a bit. Might even hit something like 1,000 now, and after a while it should start actually getting a lot better, because we can educate the people faster. Now then, how are the roads doing here? We've done that road already, and we'll start working on this one. Still plenty to go, of course. What about here? At least we got some people working at the heating plant, so the temperatures are not too low. Not a lot of people waiting or working at the library right now, but the library can actually fit in a lot of people in there. Like, if we could 5, we can have 28, and it max is 40, so that's going to be quite a massive amount. And difference in harvest from last year to this year? Good question. Actually, I'm going to pause for that, just so that we don't accidentally go to the next year yet. So this year we harvested 6,750. Last year it was 6,000. Okay, so there was about 500 difference in harvesting. Of course, that doesn't necessarily factor in if we lost any while we were waiting for the trucks to make room in here. But although that's at 1,000 right now, we may have saved most of it at least. Did we get? No, that's missing steel still. Alright, over. No, we haven't gotten any there. Oh, wait a minute, we did get that pipe completed at least, and this one did get the steel that it requires. So that pump is almost, well, it's completed now. There's still this pipe that needs to be worked on. That's requiring quite a bit of stuff. How much would it cost? 120. Okay, I'm just going to do that because we have over 4 million right now, and I wonder... We did export the bitumen recently, so that would be it. Right, so we technically have all the pipe connections completed, so the latest pump that we built should be working now. Well, it could be working now, but it isn't because this one's not completed. And over here we still need 12. Well, we have gotten a little bit of steel at the chemical plant by the looks of it. Because I'm pretty sure that it was higher before. But most of those links are still missing the steel, just like they used to. Okay, so now at least the queue of our students have shifted over here instead. For some of the people, so this is less than 1,000 now. I guess that's an improvement. What's the situation around here? That's still mostly full. That's mostly full. Clinics have people. At least workers, not necessarily a lot of people themselves. I suppose I could build that one. Get a little bit of fuel there, just so that the trucks can refuel over there if need be. Right, let me actually have a look at the economy side for this. Oh man! We're almost hitting 10 million now. My goodness. Bitumen, well, we exported bitumen twice and the price has actually jumped. Well, no, the other pike is divided into two nodes there. But 2 million from alcohol. How massive is the price for alcohol now? 2,000 per ton, okay. If I remember correctly, it used to be something like maybe 300 at one point. Or was it 150 even? Anyway, it's gone at least like 8 times higher than what it used to be at the start. Chemicals is... ooh, almost 12,000 per ton. Right, let's continue looking at the... yeah, the inflation is certainly over the roof. So the fabrics, food, clothes, coal and bitumen and alcohol have all provided a lot of money. And then of course a little bit from prefab panels and bricks. Nothing massive, but it just helps keeping the ships moving a bit more frequently. Right, so everyone's going to... ooh, there's 140 shoppers waiting at the... okay. Still plenty of workers at the heating plant, so that's good. Not a lot of visitors at the sports hall right now, or the library. Still quite a few houses here that need to be constructed, which are mostly missing steel right now, but that will get sorted out eventually. And the fact that we are mostly keeping the roads clear here seems to have helped, because there's still 26 workers at the... okay, so the workers over there are now leaving. But yeah, there's still a decent bit of workers at the steel mill, even though it is like middle of winter. That's not too bad. Oh, and this bit of road has almost done with the travel portion. Got plenty of dumpers here waiting to go and get some asphalt. Down to 700 adults living with their parents. Well, we did have to transfer quite a bit of people in all fairness, and okay, the escapes have dropped a fair bit there, and there was a lot of deaths as well around the same time when we essentially lost everyone in Rommelgrad. But you know, stuff like that just happens. Pretty much everyday stuff here. No one asked any questions because you'd go for Gulag with that. Right, I suppose we could import a bit more steel in here just to let us continue with the construction a bit sooner. Get the plastics going. Not that we can really use them for anything yet, but I'm sure that we'll find uses for them somewhere down the line. Actually, what do you use the plastics for? You use them in vehicle making. Oh, buildings on fire. Oh no. Okay, one of the storages here. Well, we got the fire station right there, so it's not too bad. The radio going. Good question. It's still over 50% rating. That's not too bad. Still a fair bit of Soviet propaganda and cultural enjoyment. Some enthusiasm of sports. And education strength. Right, actually, before we switch over to the next year, I'm gonna have a look at the imports. The crops was almost half of it. Actually, yeah, almost half of it. Of course, delivery costs were 1/3 of a million, and then a lot of vehicles and foreign manpower, because we have been building a lot, though. Still made about 2 million profits, so not complaining. But yeah, electronics and crops are the two massive ones. Then we've imported a fair bit of steel now, so that's also a big portion of that. And then mechanical components, meat. Well, the components and meat are not a massive problem, especially since the components will be producing a lot. And once we get around here to Big Ukraine, we'll probably have massive livestock farms around here, which will be providing tons and tons of meat. Okay, so now we are waiting for a lot of... Oh, wait, what? What? Oh no, no! You can't do this game. Is there no road there? There must have been. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna have to build a new one with cash. Get rid of the conveyor belts. Like, yeah, there's a road connection there. But what's the problem? Why didn't they... Oh, was there not enough... There might not have been enough workers at there. That could be it. Right, anyway, we'll build another small one here. We may need to get rid of that road first, though. Actually, it's probably easier to find from here. Now, I hope I'll be able to get the conveyor belt connections like they used to be. Oh no. Okay, so we need to get rid of the footpaths down here. Yeah, that would be helpful. Unfortunately, there isn't. Right, let's build that one, all those immediately. Build that one immediately. And get the footpath connections down here back. And we'll build those immediately. There we go. Build that one as well. Oh, and we lost the vehicles from here. Okay, we'll get 2 of those. We can at least have a more... Did we lose a vehicle from here as well then? No, that's still there. Okay. That should be the only one that we lost. We lost 2 vehicles, so that's not good. Well, I mean, I'm more worried about the fact that we had to use like 500,000 to get this one done, but oh well. Oh yeah, it is New Year indeed. We'll probably be ending at July 1st. I've noticed that the 1.5 year cycle is fairly good for the length of the stream, so that's what I'm usually going for. Like 1 year takes about, well, it took us about 2.5 hours. So 1.5 years is going to be close to 4 hours. Like a bit less than 4 hours, but... Gives a nice length to the stream, but at the same time we get a decent bit of things done, at least. I wonder... How much is the steel? Oh man, the steel price is quite high. I just wonder, is it possible for us to get the alcohol price higher than steel price? Because that would be hilarious. Also, the nuclear fuel is quite massive in the price there per ton. I mean, it's probably going to be quite expensive to make. I mean, yeah, it might be possible. Although I do remember back at one point it was less than a 1,000 rubles per ton of steel as well, so that has also gone up quite significantly. Nuclear containers are 0.2 tons each. Fair enough. $1 million per container export. Yeah, that would be quite a bit. Because we'll need the nuclear fuel probably for our own nuclear plant, quite frankly. But all the way down the line, it might be alright. Oh, and this ship is now leaving. Don't have a lot of crops there. We do have some here. Now, don't actually have a ship in here at all. The question is which one of those ships is going to return home first. Well, they're still sailing out, so that is probably going to win. I will start emptying it first. Right, so how are the schools doing here now? That's down to 960, and that is about 300 people waiting, so it's still pretty high. But it did increase the capacity that we can teach people quite a bit. And how is the Rommelkrad doing here now? So that population hasn't been going down too much, at least there. And the heating plant is still working at decent speed, so that's good. Alright, we got passengers waiting there, but there's not really many places to go quite yet. I mean, we could probably set up a bus route from there to Pravdov. I suppose that's possible. And actually, I can create a new line. Go from there to there. Now, can I? Right. Oh, right, rename line. There we go. I didn't realize that you can actually do it like that. Okay, so let's buy some buses. Because that would have a decent speed and pretty high capacity. Would be 66, 70, 70, 100, 63, 85. Ooh, that doesn't seem too bad actually. I think that's 85 passengers and 85 kilometers per hour. That's actually probably our new favorite. I think we'll start with just one. Hold on. Custom lines, there we go. So we're gonna allow some of them to visit here, and some of the people from Pravdov can go in and help a little bit with the jobs here. I mean, most of the jobs here are quite frankly just keeping the town alive and then building the towns right now. Once we have, well, not towns, building the houses. And once we have the houses completed, then we'll start setting up a bus line, taking the people from there to both here and then also down there. Still haven't gotten the fire station completed, and that is rather terrifying. Even if we build that one, we still don't have workers in there. Does nobody tell the game that that is actually a vulnerability that we still have? Right, so we got plenty of stuff here. Alright, yeah, we did build the train station there, and we got the depot here. Don't you dare! Oh hey, we got some of the housing here. Quite a few workers without a job. Unfortunate. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Rommel. And have a nice dinner. Okay, so actually, a lot of these road vehicles are not in use most of the time. Oh hey, I've done a little bit of work on the chemical plant there. Not quite completed yet, but... Oh man, the plastics factory needs so little steel there. Do we still have any... We do have a little bit of steel there, okay. But we might be able to get the plastics going today. Probably not on full speed, because they'll still need the chemicals in there. Probably need to assign that as a unload place for... Hold on, what do they need for it? They need the crops, they need the wood, they need the... Oh, right. We need to set up that one for the gravel directly, but that's alright. So it's just... Oh, right, an oil is the fourth one. Okay, I was thinking that... There is something else there that I'm missing now, but just don't remember what it is. But the oil is already connected. It's actually a good thing that we are using a bit more oil, because this is still constantly full. And a lot of these are not working on full speed. Although that... Ooh, that is now pushing the oil... We got plastics factory. Huzzah! We're pushing the oil directly there. Not very quickly, but we are pushing it there. Population hasn't really increased today. We haven't built a massive amount of housing yet. And we've had some accidents. I was going to say happy little accidents, but I'm not sure if it's happy. It's probably happy for the teachers that don't have to teach as many people, but for the rest, not necessarily. Right, so we've got 160 students in the classrooms there, and double that outside. And this ship is still going back and forth, bringing more students. Whoops. Right, so how are we doing at the roads here? Oh, right, we're doing rolling on that road. Are these? They don't actually have a massive amount of jobs, do they? You know, some conveyor belts and roads and such, but not much beyond that. Oh, right, we don't have mechanical components there. Okay, so how about we buy a power tool over here? Something that has massive speed, doesn't necessarily have to have a massive capacity. I mean, that would be 95 kilometers per hour. 90, 95 again, 92, 95, 92, 92... I'm going to take this one. It's a bit smaller capacity than the 5410, but it has the same speed and it's a bit cheaper. So we'll be able to bring in, hopefully, some mechanical components in here. Although, do we have anything set up as the source? We do. Now the question is there... No, there's no mechanical components at the warehouse right now. Probably need a bit. Well, technically there is, but in practice not really. We'll buy a little bit there again. Bloody expensive though. Right, so what do we need here? Steel and components. I'm guessing, yeah, we've run out of steel. We might be bringing in some at some point again. How are we doing in terms of workers at the steel mill? 0. Right. Now the question is it just that we haven't managed to bring in the new shift quite yet, but they are on their way, or is it because travel times? Well, we can see. Oh, yeah, no, it's the travel time right now. So it didn't quite work for that one. I mean, it was probably because the road... Or it was knowing just before it started heading here. Or while it was heading here, actually. Okay, we got a load of steel at the fire station. Oh, and that road has indeed been completed. I'm guessing there should be vehicles heading this way soon. Or are they... They might be a bit busy, to be fair. How are we doing over here? Still a lot of concrete and steel. And workers, of course. Oh, right, we're working on that road as well, okay. But paving the asphalt there already. That's good. So we're going to eventually get the gravel going on in there. And then we'll bring it in one way or another directly in here, probably. Oh, right, yeah, quarry zone. You probably need to use the trucks there. That's fine. We can have like 3 or 4 trucks bringing the gravel constantly. I mean, frankly, I think 3 will be plenty. We're not going to be using gravel all that quickly, although a fair bit is probably going for the construction work until we get the industrial area completed. Yeah, things seem to be going alright here. I mean, we're still missing a lot of steel for these, but... Oh, this is about to be completed. Well, I'll be. Once we get that one... I mean, they don't have enough workers quite yet. They're going to need a few more, but at the same time, since people living here, they can actually go into work there on their own. They should be done soon. And then we can actually go ahead and select one of the buildings here that has a lot of... Oh, I suppose we could take one of these, for example. Right, so that has been completed. Let's just move in pretty much the entire contents of the house here. There we go. So now the amount of workers in here is almost 1,000. That should be plenty to keep the heating going and the shops running, the clinics and kindergartens and all that, so it should be fairly good. Oh man, the capacity in the school is actually a lot higher than it's currently required to be. Reminds me, let's have a look at the demographics in here. Zagrad actually has barely any adults living with their parents right now. Interesting. I'm guessing... Well, there's less than 100 in Proudville as well. Oh, wow. Now, the question is, has everyone been dying recently? Which is entirely possible. This year, there has been a bit of a spike at deaths there. Some escapees, but not too many. If they really want to swim across the waters to reach other countries during winter, then be my guest. So how much? We're missing a lot of steel here. Oh, but it costs a lot. 120. I'm gonna do that. Because that will allow us to start working in here. But is it not pushing out the fuel here? Or oil, rather. It should be pushing out some in here, although... I don't know. No, it might not. Okay, so is there... What seems to be the problem? Okay, so I can turn them off, but I can't make that connecting. Oh, that could be it, yeah. Right, we need to set up the destination for that to be brought in. Gravel. Then we can start getting the chemicals in here. Plenty of workers waiting there. Right, so we got the wood at least. Waiting for crops and gravel. And we should be getting the oil, I suppose. Do we have anything to export here? Not really. Not enough fuel and not enough bitumen either. Oh, it's actually a bit empty. But the ship just left. There's not a lot of trucks waiting here to be filled, so that's good. It could be just the basic not having the roads quite clear. The one thing that I should probably do, probably start upgrading these roads here. Slowly but surely, just so that we can then make sure that the vehicles get over there in time. I mean, as long as the roads have been kept clear, that is. If they aren't, then there's not much hope in there. Right, so you are heading out with 100,000 rubles worth of exports, and the snow is melting. You got 54,000 right now, not a massive amount in all fairness. Right, now that the vehicles can start moving again, things should be alright. Oh, okay, it's still about 900 here. For a moment I thought that we actually managed to tackle that issue a little bit, but I doubt that. Although over here it's only 200 extra waiting there, so it might be improving slowly, but it's going to take several years probably to be completely fixed. Right, so there's still quite a few houses need to be constructed. Okay, so this is indeed within reach of all of the houses, or walking distance away, so we can keep the heating at least going. We've got some passengers and students waiting here. Not workers, because we still got the construction work going. And are we working at the steel mill? There's 3 people working there. In all likelihood, it's probably the 3 stooges, but I don't mind. Right, so I wanted to get rid of that bit of road there. May need to get rid of the railway tracks there as well. Then we need to fit in, so we wanted to have the cargo station in here. The problem is, can we actually fit it in here anymore? Technically. Okay, so that 2 sharp turn now, but I can get rid of a bit of these. They should be able to connect there. Ooh. This might be an issue though. Can we get the diamond in here? I don't think we can. I mean, I suppose they can just decide over here to go which side they need to be in. And then over here. Okay, so yeah, I suppose that will work. I hope. Remains to be seen, of course, but... So this office is working quite well. There's dumpers over there are not working right now, because they're probably not needed in any of the construction buildings. Or construction work there. Actually, something that I should probably get is more mixers in there. Got only 1 concrete mixer right now. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. At least another 2. Now the question is, do we need more open hulls or not? Maybe, maybe not. Or we get another bus. I think I'm gonna get the open hull so that we can transport more planks and such, or boards and such, if need be. For example, for this one. Oh no, they got the boards over there already. Steel is still a problem. Now then, have we gotten... Doesn't seem to be much progress around here right now. Right, what about... I mean, yeah, we got the money in there. Is there now still no oil? Is it connecting to something wrong then? Only thing that I can think about is there might be some broken connection over there or something. Oh no, I think we started building from both sides. So it might actually be too long. That is rather long pipe. Now, to be fair, don't we have this one here? Yeah, it should be pumping out. Okay, so we can technically use that one instead. Okay, so this is going to be a bit expensive. A lot of wasted resources. Oh yeah, there's the... Oh, what's that? There may have been a bit of pipe missing there. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, Marshall donated quite a few. Or 5 of them, to be precise. But he went to have a dinner right now, so he might not be reading that. But I can deliver your thanks to him. Okay, well that's at least going to be a bit lower price there. Now we got the oil. Excellent. They presumably just took all the reserves there. Good. So we got some plastics already. They should be pushing it some here. I'm actually going to limit these to get rid of all of these things that we don't need. And this is basically just plastics and chemicals in here. Will do. And yeah, dinner is not a bad idea. Right, so we started sowing the fields once again. Now, I wonder, the ship seems to be still here and it's not being emptied because they're working on that one instead. It's a bit of a shame. Right, how... Ooh. Okay, we got plenty of gravel here, so that road is just waiting for that excavator to do its job. I suppose the American ones would probably be a lot more effective, but we're not trading with the capitalists, so that's not really an option. Right, so we may need to wait for a while for our population to grow a little bit before we get these constructions completed. Not having had a meal since Monday. Oh boy. That's a fair bit of time. Although, well, depends on what time you had the meal on Monday. But yeah, it's still a fairly long time, I would argue. Got a lot of students and passengers waiting over there. Might want to get another one of these ships, quite frankly. They are fast and they got a decent capacity. But at the same time, they're bloody expensive. On the other hand, if I was to... Wait, what? 1.7 million for the dry dock. Maybe not. Not right now. Okay, so how we are actually getting a little bit work done here again, just not very quickly. Oh right, yeah, I never set up the connections for this area. We'll get the connection there. And then we can get the factory connection over here. Nice. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the shipbuilding is a bit expensive, right? Or especially since we don't even have the, or we don't produce all the stuff that we require for it. But at some point, I think we will do some ships, and then we can get a bit more traffic around here with ships. Maybe get another couple ships getting there, but the licenses for the ships are going to be bloody expensive. Oh. Not really something that we need to worry about right now. Now then, have we gotten... Got a little bit of chemicals there. We got some chemicals over there, but that's being used for the plastics already. How much would we get from plastics per ton? It's 6,000. So it's not a massive amount, but it's still something. I'm just thinking, because we don't have a lot of chemicals there, we could switch this to instead. If we erase from the line, then we're gonna go over there to load plastics. We're gonna even wait until loaded. Then we're gonna go over there and unload anything and wait until unloaded. And we can actually start that already. Not going to take a lot of plastics per trip, only 4 tons. At the same time, that's getting some of the produce from there to export. It might not be particularly profitable in all fairness, considering the chemicals that are being used. But it's still something. Right, so they are emptying the big one again. Which is actually almost empty. Just a few more truckloads. Okay, now the school is about 800, so the situation is slowly improving there. This is still at 200 and something. Actually, the easiest way to see that is looking at the number of educated people. So we've got 7,000 now with basic education. University educated has gone up by about 200. But the basic education has gone up by 600, so that's not too bad. Have we gotten the... Oh, we got the resource at the silo now. Just need to get a bus with workers in here. Oh, and there it is. There we go. Cement silo has been completed. Did they actually start working? No, they haven't started working on that yet. Just checking. Are you allowed to do, or did I set you to do factory connections? Probably should be doing those. Can't really do footpaths with this one, because you can't use the excavators there. Particularly, I could take some resources in there, but someone else needs to get the workers in there. But yeah, if I remember correctly from earlier game, the vehicle blueprints are going to be insanely expensive. Like the basic vehicles blueprints can easily cost $1 million. I'm guessing the ships are probably going to be somewhere around 10 million or something like that. Maybe more. Like, one thing that I'd like to see is the ability to kind of design your own vehicles, not like decide the stats of the vehicle or anything like that, but like how some vehicles types that can be researched at the technical university, for example. And they might have like a massive amount of work that they'd require, but that would be still a fun thing to do. Right, still working on the gravel portion of that road. Steel mill has no coal. Okay. Mostly because there's not a lot of people working here. There's like one miner currently at the coal mine. Oh, now there's 0. May need to get another bus bringing in workers here, and that's actually something that we'll do. We'll buy another one of those 8585s. Technically it's KB732, because they have a fairly good capacity. So I'm gonna assign you to the crowd of Stalino. It doesn't have a massive speed, but it should be good enough during summer, and it does have a decent capacity, so it will increase the amount of workers in there. That actually... no, that's going for Rommelgrad. A lot of workers going that way. Do have another 300 here. Right, so that is going for between the stops here. Okay. Alright, the bus probably went for refuel first, did it? Possibly. I did send it out though, so it's... either I missed it is... and it's already somewhere around here. That it? No, that's the one going for Rommelgrad. Certainly isn't this far yet. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure where... okay, for a moment I was scared that that was actually some fire there, like, oh, wait, what? Didn't the game inform me about this? But no, it's just smoke coming from the building itself. Almost as confusing as the clothing factory that is smoking. If we have a look. Just smoke coming through the windows or something like that there. That doesn't sound healthy. Oh, and the crop ship is returning here. We haven't got a new harvest quite yet. We're actually still sowing most of the fields. Right. Has this one... yeah, it's still waiting for more plastics, but it may have taken one load of plastics already. Just then stop smoking weed. I mean, we're making the clothes out of hemp, I presume. Right, is there actually... that is heading out. That does have some plastics. It's 150,000 rubles worth of exports there. I'm guessing it's mostly from food, alcohol and fabrics though. Plastics add in like 20,000. Maybe 25. But it is still relatively valuable export that we can certainly do a fair bit in here. Although if I remember correctly, I was thinking about limiting the amount of workers at the plastics factories a little bit. Let's go for 50 so that the chemical plant can actually keep up with the work. To some degree. Right, the refinery is working. Actually, speaking of refinery, do we have export? No, not yet. Okay, we got another 140 adults living with their parents here now. There is still another area of housing here that I could start building. At the same time, we don't have the steel, so it's probably not a good idea. We have actually gotten a tiny bit of steel there. I know that there's still plenty of things that need steel around here, for example. Oh, we got on another house, actually. I suppose I could move some people. You are in a rather central location, so I'm just gonna move most of the people from there. Not everyone, but most. Okay, so we're currently at 24,000. I think we've been here before, but I suppose we will get better. Right, so how... Okay, the road over here is still working on that one. The road over there has been completed. Oh, the steel mill has 60 people working there now. Oh my, that's the most that we've had, actually. That probably means that there's plenty of... Well, there's some people working at the mine as well. And the processing plant. They are running a bit low on coal, in all fairness. I reckon the bigger bus did help the situation a little bit. I mean, there has been probably 3 buses bringing in workers recently. Now, those red buses are actually a bit faster than the blue one. Wait, is this... Oh, this is taking the workers to Stalina. Excellent. We follow it. Yeah, a lot of trees over here. Didn't really... Oh, right, and the low-hanging power lines there. There's still plenty of distance between the big... Oh, well, we're actually driving over the lines over there. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. Just don't try it at home. I'm hoping that this will still be fast enough to bring... I mean, it should be fast enough to bring in the workers there, because the slower buses were also fast enough during summer. There we go, so that's going to be well-needed workers for the steel mill. Right, and everyone's going here to refuel. Actually, we are running a... the electricity seems to be a slight problem there. Is it because of here or because of here? I suppose no, it shouldn't really be a massive issue, really. But it is for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what's the problem there. Look at that. Oh right, I realise what's the problem. Oh no, it's happening everywhere. Even in here. Okay, so is the problem perhaps down here at the power plant itself? It could be. Oh no, it's not using full capacity there. There's plenty of workers. Although, could there be... Which lines are these? Right, triple line. Oh. I see what's the problem. Power lines over here are not strong enough by the looks of it. Now I wonder, can I upgrade them directly? No, so we need to cancel the wires. We can do that, it's going to cost a fair bit. Go with the 15 volts though. I could maybe make this line a little bit smarter now that I know where the buildings are. Well, no, I don't actually think that we can make it much smarter than what it was. Maybe a little bit. Well, we've certainly cleared out a bit more with the woods there. Right, so I'm guessing these are also the 8 volts. We need to get rid of these. I mean, is there... We could actually go from this side now. It's going to be rather expensive, but we kind of need to do this. Oh, did we? No. It was almost a crash. And almost is not enough. Let's get one on there. Oh no. Okay, well that works. And then we can connect that there. It'll be another 100,000. That is certainly taking us a little bit closer, at least, with the power. Now these are still 8 volts, or megavolts, or megawatts. This one is already at the 15s. Okay, so we only need to upgrade one more line here. Let's actually pause before more problems arise. Ooh! That's handy. There we go. That should do it. Let's have a look. Is the problem now solved? It's not much better, at least. Now, there's a little bit of fluctuation there still, but it's not even nearly as bad as it used to be. There we go. Well, it did cost a fair bit, but it was worth it. Actually have a look. So through here go. Okay, yeah. It's a fair bit that goes through there. Now they're using up to 13 megawatts every now and then here. On the peaks there. I mean, this can still handle even more power consumption if need be. And that ship is over there. So the other ship is currently being filled, isn't it? It has, 400 tons. It can take most of the harvest, or at least a decent bit of the harvest, then take this out, and then we can still fit in a decent bit of harvest on these 2 silos. It's not too shabby. All right, we got the technical services over here. Right, let's actually buy the vehicles in there now. I think 4 will be plenty. Now, if we close that, let's have a look. So how far can they reach? Only that far there. So it's not actually all that much that they do. Increase it to 2 kilometers. They will help a little bit on there and then keep the roads clear up all the way there. And also a little bit around the farms. Not that it's necessarily required. I think we should set the asphalt roads to be a bit of a priority there. Now then, how are we doing in terms of food and such here? We got plenty of clothing, alcohol and food there. Meat is the problem most likely. Oh right, that's the gym. Yeah, meat is still the problem. The meat portion of our expenditure is actually fairly small comparatively. Compared to the crops we use, for example, it's minuscule. How's the school now? Ooh. Yeah, it's down to 700 now. And this is down to 200. The total is 900 in here. Now, to be fair, we did move quite a bit of the population away, but still, it's getting a lot better. Ooh, almost 7,400 basic educated people and 6,700. So I think the university educated people hasn't gone up all that much. If we have a look at this year, mostly the same. Like, it's gone up maybe by 100 or something like that. Or, well, during this year, probably 100. I don't remember what it was earlier, but not that it matters that much. The basic thing, or the one that does matter, is the basic educated people. We do need a lot. Oh, right. We got the road construction here going fairly well. We got plenty of trucks waiting here. And we... Oh, right, we've done most of this. But we now need some... What's heading here? There's some buses heading here. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right, they got the asphalt in there already. They just need to do a little bit more work. Actually, are there anyone working? No, there's not a lot of workers around here. We might want to get one more bus bringing in the workers there. from here. I mean, we've still got plenty of worker capacity in there. Let's just take another one of those 85s. And that's now official, that's how I'm calling them. That should increase the amount of workers. The steel mill, that will then allow us to complete Rommelgrad's, at least the basic stuff. We'll probably expand it a little bit eventually. But then we can start working on getting the construct or the industrial area here. Somewhere down the line anyway. Right, so do we have... got plenty of oil there. Got plenty of oil here. So that one pump is actually working perfectly fine for both of these. And we have a little bit of plastics there. I actually wonder how much have we sold plastics this year? Okay, we've sold 8 tons. Oh, make that 15 tons. But yeah, it's still 92,000 rubles, so it's not a massive amount. But it is certainly a good little extra for the income. That's slowly filling up. These offices are now doing basically nothing here. I mean, there's not... well, there's still some of the housing that could be built there, and then... well, no, the rails will be constructed by the rail construction office. That's not going to do anything for them. As I started thinking, it would be incredibly expensive. Technically, if I wanted to hook up, for example, a railway station here, it would probably be possible. Just would have to go through here with a massive bridge across a lot of the area, which actually might not even be possible, now that I think of it. So maybe through there or something like that, and then through the mountain here, and then link up over here, for example. Technically we'd be able to have a railway connection here. We'd be able to load in the coal directly via train. Not that we necessarily need to. But that would be a project that would take tens of millions of rubles. So I don't think it's going to be worth it. Not right now anyway. And besides, we got probably easier to use just some ships here. I mean, yeah, once the steel is up and running, then we have a lot more options available. I mean, technically it is up and running, just not running full speed. Maybe it's crawling right now, not running. Let's actually have a look. How much did we produce steel last year? Okay, it did go up by about 30 tons from the previous year. What about this year? We produced 144 tons so far, mid-May. But I think we will be increasing the capacity quite a bit because we are bringing in more and more workers in here. I think that's why the capacity dropped a little bit, because we stopped using the bigger but slower buses bringing stuff, all workers here during summer. All the storage of coal. Possibly. Yeah, if let's say if we manually purchase a little bit here, that will keep them working for a while. And that might be enough to get the houses over here complete. Oh, they have actually built another one. It's currently entirely empty, and this is almost complete. But there's going to be some workers available down here soon. Oh yeah. Okay, so how about we take one of these, and raise from line. You're gonna go there, and then you're gonna go over. Actually, should I go down this way instead? Would it help getting the fire station working? Plus, some of the well, a lot of these places can't actually work yet, so I'm just gonna go down there. The reason they can't work yet is because they don't have the materials to work. For example, the brick factory needs more coal, which means that we just need more miners, quite frankly. Right, so we are at least getting the steel, and we've done a decent job on a lot of the stuff here. There's still... Oh, right, yeah, we were working on these conveyor belts here, and now presumably on this one. I reckon we probably don't have a lot of mechanical components right now. We got 6 tons. But not a lot in all fairness. Okay, so now the iron is starting to be a bit of a limiter as well. There's not enough miners, quite frankly, but it's going to be another 85 workers coming in. That's going to keep the work going. Early 30, 40, 50... Okay, a bit more than 50 tons per day. Should be another bus heading in here soon. Well, there is that one. Actually has quite a few workers in there. So yeah, I think Stalino is now in pretty good location. Or situation, rather. Coal mine is still probably the weakest link, quite frankly, but at least it's now producing a lot more than what it was producing. It's actually going up rather quickly. So let's have a look at the production of steel this year. Where is steel? There you are. Oh yeah, it's gone up. It's almost double the speed that it's being produced. Recently, I might even go higher. Not too shabby. You know what? I'm gonna put in auto purchase on these. Purchase a little bit. It's gonna cost quite a bit in the long run. These will be pushing in the extras as much as they can. But it will allow the steel mill to keep on working, and we can afford it for the time being. Ideally we wouldn't need it, but at the same time I'd probably rather use a little bit of money getting the steel in than having to import the steel. Oh, that was almost empty. Right, so Rommelgrad probably has a lot of room for... Oh yeah. Oh wow. There's like one house that hasn't been completed yet. And even that needs only a tiny fraction of steel. Alright then, well there's a lot of buildings over here that need steel. What's the road construction here? They got paver over there, so they need asphalt. Right. Should be a lot of trucks approaching soon enough. Where are you taking that? Oh, the warehouse. Okay, yeah, they do need bricks there. Is that taking... Oh, that's taking the steel to the warehouse over... or storage over here, so we'll actually be able to do some building again. Over here if we need to. Not sure if we will be, but we could. So we have not started harvesting quite yet. I mean, it's only June. Although that does mean that we have less than a month left for this session. we did a fair bit. We designed this area. I'm still kind of expecting that this will not be able to supply or do everything that is required. But hopefully it can at least get the workers in most of these places. I'm mostly afraid of the railway production. That might not be close enough. Oh, all feeder. Okay, I think this might be... Looks like a bulldozer, so it's probably what it is. But using dollars, so not gonna happen. Not yet, anyway. But we might start selling some stuff to the western part eventually. Oh, we are getting the final steel here, so we'll have all the construction work here done. We've got plenty of workers waiting there already. Do we have a lot of... Oh, quite a bit of people that we could transfer there. Let's take some from Pravdo. We can move in probably about 100 or so. And then from Zagrad we can probably do the same. I'm assuming that there's a little bit. Okay, so we'll take that one and move in like... Well, we'll probably move another 100, quite frankly. There we go. But that should get rid of most of the Atlas with their parents. There's probably going to be some in the northern Zagrad, but that's probably about it, really. I mean, the coal ship is currently no longer staying at the depot. It is going back and forth constantly. But I could technically... Well, it would require a different type of port there. But that would require another investing. But technically it would be possible. Probably would need to bring it with trucks there, but... The fact that you can't unload the aggregates through a regular port does kind of hurt. But technically there would be room over here. We could just have it there. We're gonna have one of the distribution offices focusing on bringing the extra coal in there. And it could also bring in the extra coal from there to a lot of the other buildings here. Oh, the export. Oh, right, yeah, that's true. Actually, not a bad call. But at the same time, yeah, actually making a aggregate unloading over here. I'll make it over there, and actually, what I can do, hopefully, let's actually check that. Can we get the conveyor, or the truck loading, fit it in here somewhere? We could. But the question is, do we want to put it on this side? Oh no, it gets in the way of the road. And then get a connection through there. So then we can send in the ship to bring in the coal here. And that coal can then be used both to all the things that require coal here, also to the steel mill. Buildings on fire. Coal away the chemical plant. Oh no. Well, luckily the fire station is right down the road there. Assuming that it has workers. There are some firefighters. There we go. Alright, let's have a look. How much have we produced steel now for this year? 280 tons. Okay, so we're gonna hit at least 500 tons this year. Maybe even 600. That's pretty good improvement. But yeah, because we do need to get some coal here anyway. And I don't think this will be good enough mine to actually feed both the steel mill and all the other industries here, unless we can get like 1,000 workers constantly here. Well, there's quite a few workers here now. They're still pushing out a lot of coal, but it's not enough to keep Okay, yeah, there's 136 workers at the steel mill, so that's... Ooh. There's a lot of steel in there. Now they're just waiting for the trucks to get in there and pick up everything. But that's filling up, but it's... Oh yeah, it's emptying a little bit, but it's still filling up with a decent speed. Indeed, excess steel. That's a rarity. Although hopefully not for long. Okay, so that's taking to the large aggregate storage. Does that mean this one? Oh yeah, it does. I mean, that's actually good. Once we get that one, we should probably start working on this one as well. Like, we can start getting the concrete in here. We already got the steel for this phase. We will need some components and all that, but then we can get the... Well, we'll need to do a bit of terraforming here to get the quarry in there. We might even do 2 quarries if possible. So we can have like 2 trucks per quarry, bringing the quarry zone down here. I'm pretty sure that this will be within reach of... Yeah, it will be. I wonder actually, could we even make a footpath connection through here? Oh yeah. Another... Well, I don't think we need a second connection there. A connection there, and technically we could... These footpaths are actually completely useless, now that I think of it. What I could do probably is increasing this one's range slightly so they'll start working a bit more. Right, and I should probably start actually constructing these. Because there's plenty of iron here. Are they not pushing the iron in there? Yeah, they are, it's just being used so quickly. Are they? I'm not entirely sure. Have a look. Is the... We are importing a little bit of coal. Not to the speed that you'd expect, quite frankly, but there is some import... Ooh, hold on, is that... Okay, well, one of them is not full. There's still a decent bit of workers in there. Oh, we still got some extra steel there, even though we just had a truck in there, which took 16 tons. Alright then, so this is actually a good thing. We'll be able to then start maybe taking some of the steel from here, once we get some sort of storage areas, for example, around there or something, to get the steel there, and then over here the distribution offices can then take the steel and deliver it wherever it's needed. Honestly, actually, that reminds me, but all the building in Rommelgrad has been completed for the time being. Do we... No, we haven't actually gotten any extra steel there yet. Because we haven't been bringing it down here, have we? No. Oh, wait a minute. Now that we got the steel here, which we got 80... Oh, wow. 82 tons of steel there. Okay, that means that we're going to start constructing a lot more in down here for the houses, for example. Gonna increase the capacity over here, and then these should be within reach of the university over there. Well, the party headquarters, technically speaking. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we got so much in there. I mean, don't worry, we'll use it eventually. There we are on 30th of June. Just gonna pause for a quick moment and look at this year's stats so far. They're already at 4.8 million in exports. We might not be hitting the 10 million this year, although we'll probably get fairly close. Imports has been quite significant. Alright, we'll be importing some alcohol in Rommelgrad, as well as food and clothing and such. mean, one thing that we can do with that is, eventually, if it starts being very full, we can have a distribution office taking the seal from there and exporting it. So it's not necessarily a bad idea to keep it relatively full. I mean, I'm sure that probably not gonna be exporting all that much of it, but somewhere down the line it might be a good way to get some income. Right, so crops is still the massive amount. Steel we've imported a fair bit early in the year, and it's 1st of July, so we'll probably be ending it here then. But it's been another lovely stream, and especially thanks to Rommel for all the gift subs earlier. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some CK2, starting at 6 PM my time, so that would be UTC +3, and then on Sunday we'll continue again with the CK3. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.